Hi everyone, this is Crystal Lee, aka the Clinician Coach, and I'm continuing the conversation on creating a marketing plan. So my previous video talked about those 4 things you need to figure out before even starting your marketing plan. So just a quick recap, you want to know the audience, you want to know your UVP, you want to know your messaging and branding, and then you want to know the logistical thing of, how much money are you going to be able to spend. So when you think about a marketing plan, I think of kind of 4 things you want to figure out. So step 1, I guess, is just figuring out what marketing strategies you're going to use. And that really depends on your audience, who you're targeting. So there are certainly particular marketing strategies that work better for some audiences versus others. So like a quick example is if you are targeting young people, say like millennials or even like Gen Z, like early 20s, then Facebook ads probably aren't going to be the thing because they are not on Facebook. They're on Instagram. So just thinking about things like that. And then you want to set a goal for yourself. So how do you know you're being successful with your marketing if you don't have anything to measure it against? So, and it's okay to be a little aspirational in your goal. Really, you're just, because honestly, you're going to adjust your goal as you get more data. So it might be in the beginning like, oh, I'm going to do these certain marketing things and I want to get this kind of return on my investment by this date or time. So first, figure out your marketing strategies. Second, figure out what your goal is. And then third is like actually sitting down and planning it out. So the who, what, when, where, why kind of thing. So literally, I will take out a calendar and start scheduling things in. So what helps is, or at least for me, is like taking things and breaking it down into small little chunks and then scheduling those things in. So for example, like, okay, I need to have a website and it needs to be done by this date. So if I want my website done by this date, and I have these 5 pages that I'm working on, I need to have this page done by that date and this other page done by that date and that kind of thing, and really breaking it down, making it super concrete, making it really, really specific. Because what I find a lot of times is if you don't schedule in the time and be very intentional about getting stuff done, it's just not going to get done. Life happens, things get really, really busy, and that stuff just kind of falls by the wayside. And I was even talking to a coaching client about this, where a lot of time people spend a bunch of time working in their business and they feel so busy and productive, but they're not actually taking the time to work on their business, so things aren't moving forward in the way that they want it to, but they feel like they're doing so much work, because you are, but you just need to balance what kind of work you're doing. Absolutely, you have to work in your business, that's where you get the money, but you got to take some time to work on the business, or else things are just not going to progress the way that you want them to. So that's number 3. And then number 4 is tracking. So I think a lot of people forget this part when making a marketing plan. You really gotta track what's going on, like what things are working and what things are not working, and based on that data, adjusting and tweaking. So when you map out your marketing plan, think of it as like a living document, a living, breathing thing that is going to change and grow and move and, be different depending on the data that you're getting. Because if you're not taking the data and you're not tracking and you're not seeing like how things are working, then you might be wasting a lot of money and time. So you might find, like, if you're not tracking the data, you might not realize that all that networking you're doing with the psychiatrist, for example, is not working. You're spending all this time networking with people who are not referring to you, but your Google ads are killing it, so you should invest more money in the Google ads kind of thing. So just really thinking about what is working, what is not working, doing it on kind of a regular basis, so every month or so, just seeing how things are, and then every 3 to 6 months actually going in and tweaking things once you have enough data to actually make a decision about what truly is working and what is truly not working. So hopefully this is helpful. Let me know if you have any questions or any requests for another video. And thanks for listening. Bye.